just imagine, you see like society making all this progress and it just hurts. I've learned that conservatives just do not think that women can and should enjoy sex. Like, it's the main thing I've learned. Like, they don't, but like conservative people do not believe that women should have and enjoy sex.
Got me go to the annex. No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Cielo here, back with another video. Ready to laugh at some conservative reactions to the video by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, WAP. That song was lit. I mean, at first it was a lot though, I'm not even gonna lie, it was a lot. But before I get into that, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who subscribed. We're currently 254 subscribers deep in the nomination. So if you are, is your first time here, hi, hello, I'm Dom, I'm really friendly, I love talking to you guys. So just go ahead, like this video, share with your friends, comment down below, subscribe, let's be best friends. Join the party. Water's warm. Come back for every Makeup Monday, Thriving Thursday, and Spicy Saturday. Okay? Just go ahead and subscribe down below. Let's begin. See, now I just been chomping at the bit to do this video. As you can tell, I didn't even finish my intro before talking about it because I just think it's been hilarious. Like, I'm not gonna lie, seeing the WAP video for the first time even for me was a lot, because I'm like, it's a lot of ass. These ass cheeks everywhere make me feel like I need to go to the gym. And I mean, I guess I have my little Christmas too, because I'm just maybe tired of seeing a certain black woman always being in the mainstream, but I think to try and expect people whose niche is a little more sexuality to do something different, it would be kind of, I think it's kind of dumb, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, these people don't know, these artists, that this is kind of like their niche, this is like part of their brand, if you will. Because I love both Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. They're both two of my favorite female rappers, like, help me get into my femininity and embrace my sexuality as well. And just realize that's something to be ashamed of. So I, of course, I just love watching these conservatives just like lose their fucking minds. Seeing women just enjoying their lives and being empowered. And we're gonna talk about a little bit about like objectification and, you know, sexual empowerment at the end a little bit there. But she wants to start what his name is? I don't know, he looks, I don't know, he just always looks mean and angry. But yeah, anyway, let's get started. Our first up is going to be our girl, Classically Abby, because of course she had some well-researched and thought-out opinions about this, because she always does.
Music video and song, WAP. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that means. If you're interested in looking that up, you can. It's really dirty and it's disgusting. That song is, it's pretty gross.
Bitch, you're gross.
So I heard about it through Twitter, mostly because my brother did a censored reading of some of the lyrics on his show, and I respected him for that, because personally I would have done the exact same thing. I would not debase myself by reading those disgusting lyrics uncensored. So he chose to read it censored, and it kind of blew up on Twitter. And because of that, and because of his show, I looked at it a little bit, and I was not impressed. Let me just say that. To me, that video was pretty much the epitome of everything I'm against. It's definitely not classic.
To you. It is disrespectful. To you.
It definitely is more about that female empowerment that is not empowering at all and just puts you out there to be a sex object for people to look at. And the fact of the matter is that video was pornographic, and it is available on YouTube for anyone to consume, especially children. And that is obviously something that I, as a conservative, am really, really against. And I see it as the degradation of women, that we think that that is our value, to sing about this very sexual, horribly written lyrics, to be honest. I mean, every time I listen to it, I get a little nauseous. And also, it's not really music. So there's no music there. So that's also an issue. But outside of the technical aspects, it also is just a very clear example to me of how conservative women need to take the culture back. Because if this is what is considered female empowerment, we have really lost our way. Female empowerment is not about presenting ourselves as sex objects and being a slave to our lusts and appetites. It's about so much more than that. It's about living your life with values, having meaning, having purpose, being part of a community, having faith, being part of a family. All of those things give women value. Not so much that video.
I feel like I love when they throw out that this is degrading to women and they're such, like, don't really explain how. I mean, I understand if something like that doesn't make her feel empowered, but it may make someone else feel empowered. Like, women were not a monolith, black women were not a monolith, like, different things are empowering to different people. Like, why can't people just accept that? Like, that's so weird to me. Like, oh yeah, well, you're making yourself subjective. Like, well, maybe she likes something like that. They look good. If I'm Megan Thee Stallion's body, I would probably be naked all the time. Like, honestly, like, who wouldn't? She looks hot. And she's a great rapper. I mean, say what you will if you don't like the song, but, like, I feel like they had some really good wordplay. It's really good wordplay. If you eat my ass, he a bottom feeder. That's one of my favorite ones. I want you to park that big Mack truck in this little garage. I don't know, I think that's some good wordplay. Like, listen back to it. And then I love this, like, low-key, like, racist undertone of, like, oh, that's not real music. Why? Is it not real music? Why? Because they're not, like, playing piano and, like, singing Beethoven. It's not real music. There's definitely, like, sounds, like, they have I think it's like a trap snare. Either a trap snare or a trap clap as the main backbeat, and then they have, like, that sample looping through. So I mean, like, it's definitely real music. You definitely could make a studio and then also maybe probably make a live version with, like, actual set of drums and sticks. So that's, I don't know, it's just when they make these art, I'm like, there's just nothing there. Like, it's degrading to women. I mean, honestly, it's more degrading that you think that how women express their sexuality and women expressing their sexuality is the measure of their value. And that you think that just because these women are outwardly sexual, that they place all their value on their sexuality, which I think is a nasty assumption to make about anybody. Especially women who are both really talented and both really smart, like Megan Thee Stallion's in college, Cardi B, I don't know, she's not on the market, bro. She is on the market, like, she not on this video. Well, this video got like 40 million views in one day, like, that's insane. So, yeah, she can suck it. What's up for a time for her ratchet-ass brother? Of course, that's gonna say about everything, because obviously we all asked for Ben Shapiro's opinion because we all want to know what he's thinking. And he's obviously the intellectual genius who said this.
For the sake of argument, that all of the water levels around the world rise by let's say 5 feet over the next 100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years, and puts all the low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which, let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
Just one small problem. Sell their houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aqua.
Wow, he's just brilliant. How can I even compare? How am I supposed to even look at myself want to be an intellectual after going after that, after Ben Shapiro? Really? Oh no. But I mean, I just think it's hilarious that Ben Shapiro couldn't say the P word, which is pussy. But he could say that it was okay that we bomb Afghan and Iraqi civilians in the Middle East for no damn reason other than capitalism, you know, just for corporate interests. I love how it's like he really made an article back in 2002 saying that that he started people whining about civilian deaths, saying that one American soldier was worth way more than any Iraqi or Afghan child, which is just like inhumane. It doesn't sound very Christian or Judeo. Doesn't sound very compassionate, does it? Trying to show that we have Judeo-Christian principles all in our face. Well, what the was that? What kind of values were that? Definitely not values of Jesus or Jehovah or from the Bible. Definitely values of white supremacist. That's all I'm gonna say there.
Here are some of the lyrics. You ready? Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pullout game weak. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P-word. P-word is female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P-word. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P-word. Beat it up, N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P-word is wet, come take a dive. It continues along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like a lot more vulgar. Talk your S-word, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that D-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet-ass P-word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet-ass P... Right, so this is... Guys, this is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about. It's not... it's not really about, women being treated as independent, full, rounded human beings. It's about wet-ass P-word. And if you say anything differently, it's because you're a misogynist, you see. It gets really vulgar. I will admit that when I first saw the lyrics to this song, my first concern, as a sympathetic and empathetic human being, my first concern is that these women are describing a serious gynecological condition. And, I'm serious, that these women are suffering from some sort of serious, a bucket and a mop? This sounds like there's something that is going on here that is not biologically normal. And by the way, the song is so unsexy that it frankly sounds like somebody describing what amounts to a serious condition that requires the care of a doctor. So
you see, you think different, you're a misogynist. You see, he's so dumb. Well, yeah, part of women being well-rounded human beings would definitely be realizing that women are allowed to embrace their sexuality, and that doesn't make them any less smart or compassionate or complex like any other person in the world. But I guess you can't say that. And then also, I love how it's like they're saying that this is like they're being sex objects. But I feel like there's a lot of agency here. She's saying that she wants to ride that dick. Like, she's saying, hey, I'm gonna hop on top. I'm taking control of the situation. Like, there are a lot of things where it's like back and forth, where it seems like it's actually like an actual relationship that maybe Ben Shapiro doesn't have, because obviously he's not familiar with moist female genitalia. Not moist, that's a bad word. Obviously his wife has that dab, and if I was married to Ben Shapiro, I guess I would too. Yeah. And I love when they bring up the feminist movement from the first wave, because that's the only wave conservatives like. The notoriously racist wave of feminism. Just remember that. Notoriously, literally, I'll link the article down below about how it's gonna be Anthony and I think his name was Elizabeth Cady Stanton, I believe. They kind of threw women of color, especially black women, under the bus and did not really care about getting them women's voting rights. So yeah, I don't know why you want to bring them up in this, because they're not really, at least in my eyes. Maybe other women of color feel differently. They probably do. But in my eyes, they're not feminist heroes, so. There's that. Leave your wife out of this, bro. You and your sister both have revealed that y'all just having whack-ass sex. Quit telling us about it, bro. We don't want to know. We did not need to know that your bedroom life is as boring as we thought it was. Next.
By a singer called Cardi B, The song is called WAP, WAP. We can't tell you what that stands for. We literally can't tell you what the name of the song is, much less its lyrics. It was released earlier this month by Atlantic Records. The chairman of that is a man called Craig Coleman. To give you a sense of what this song is about, and again, we should tell you this is one of the most popular songs in the country, and you need to go online and look up its lyrics. Here's the woman who sings it, Cardi B, explaining to women how they can become more useful sex objects. Watch.
I allow you to that dry ass because your pH balance is off. And you want to know why? It's not because you're born with it. It's because y'all keep these dirty ass. You got to tell babe, yo, your more like mustard. My you want to throw my pH balance off. Y'all be these little dirty ass be stay and shit. Y'all need to brush your teeth before you eating barbecue ribs the whole day, bacon, egg, and cheese. Then you right after he directly put it inside your. Now you got bacon, egg, and cheese grease inside your. You know what I'm saying?
That's garbage. You don't need to be a Puritan to think so. It is.
I mean, it's not like she's straight up telling people to go, like, suck dick or whatever, but she's saying, hey, like, here's, if you're having this problem with your lady parts, it could be because of this. Which, what she's saying, I mean, if, I'm gonna say too much about myself, but, like, I mean, it could be valid if that's what you do. If that's the order of things, how it goes when you get into that. That's what she said. But, I mean, I feel like what she's saying is logical. Like, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't get how her telling women how they can be safer with their bodies is them, like, it's her being, like, her saying, like, making them sex objects. Maybe probably like she could have thrown there was, like, put on a condom. Probably the only thing she could have added in this speech, but, like, I don't know, I followed her logic. Maybe because we're both black, I don't know, but, like, I was understanding what she was saying. Like, I don't know. I think her telling women that to take their own agency if they are having sex, maybe just to make some take some precaution, is not necessarily telling them to be a sexual object. No one said they had to go suck dick. Like, no. Like, they're under no obligation to do anything they don't want to do. That's what I'm getting at. But she's telling them to be sex objects. Like, bro. She's telling them to be active with sexuality and actively protect themselves.
It's garbage. It's aimed at young American girls, maybe your girls, your granddaughters, and what is it doing to them? Can you even imagine what it's doing to them? People are getting rich pushing that crap on the country, and they should be ashamed of themselves, but they're not ashamed of themselves. Joe Biden just did an interview with Cardi B. Doesn't do a lot of interviews. He just did one with her. He sucked up to her. He called himself Joey B.
Call me Joey B. So we may be related or something. Tell me what your fans most say to you when they communicate with you online. What are they most concerned about?
Obviously, free college education, free Medicare. I, of course, want free Medicare. I, of course, think that we need a free college education. For middle school, they give you a free Metro card so you could travel, for you to be able to go to your school. And, of course, they gave me free lunch.
By the way, we're going to have, if I get elected president, free college education for 4 years of college, flat out. Everybody gets free education for community college. Everybody wants to go on and become an apprentice, free.
Again, we're not being prudish here. This is not James Brown being sexually suggestive on stage. Go online right now and look up the lyrics to this song. And then ask yourself, if you were Joe Biden, would you suck up to the person who sang it? And ask yourself, above all, and ask it more than once, what is this doing to our kids? The people pushing it clearly are trying to hurt your children. Why is nobody pushing back?
You guys love that fear-mongering. Ooh, they're trying to get your kids. They're your daughters and your granddaughters. They're entitled them to have their own sexual agency. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Like, he's losing his mind. And also, I want to know too, how is he talking with no lips? Asking for a friend. But really though. But like, and it's like, I mean, really men talk about this all the time, and it's no big deal, but there are two women to do it, like, and I guess never anything to say about anything else where that men are actually having women be sex objects in their videos. Like, let's see, like Drake, like Future, nothing about that though. We're not gonna get up on ours about that, but no. The two women want to actually, you know, empower themselves sexuality in a way that makes them comfortable, that's native to them, but that's not okay for Tucker Carlson. It never is. Also, too, again, anytime. Only reason he's really talking about this is because Joe Biden spoke to Cardi B, which, I don't want Joe Biden, but all of a sudden this is the left song. This is music. This has no political affiliation unless the artist specifically says so. There are some white feminists that heard this song and they're clutching their pearls. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And obviously, if she's someone who has influence on a demographic that he's trying to reach, such people of color and such as millennials, and I think a lot of Gen Z too, it would be smart. It's a good, smart campaign move for him to talk to her because she has a platform. She has influence over people, like you said, so he's going to try to use that to his advantage to talk to her and be like, hey, we're going to do this and do this. Especially because he knows a lot of Bernie's base likes Cardi B. So he's trying to get those progressive voters too. So a lot of the progressive voters love Cardi B because, she actually do make it, she is not, she's, let's say a rapper, she's dumb, she's actually really smart. Both her and Meg Thee Stallion are very, very smart women. But again, only because you see this part of them, you only think that this is all they're at. But you need to realize, again, women, especially black women, are complex people. We can be sexual and smart. Welcome to 2020. Welcome.
Tammy Bruce is the host of Get Tammy Bruce on Fox Nation. She joins us tonight. Tammy, I wish we could be a lot more specific, and I'd be even willing to go pretty far just to make the point, but you literally can't say anything from this song. What does it tell you?
You can't. Well, and it's because it's also toxic. You also don't want to. But what it tells you, and this I think is an urgent matter, is that this is a young woman. It's unfortunate that this is what's being highlighted and what she's choosing to do, but certainly not a reflection of every other young black woman that's out there. And that's where media really warps our point of view about what's going on. Joe Biden, I have to say, probably has no idea. He probably had no idea who she is. And what she's singing, and that, of course, is also why there's a lack of leadership, a lack of connection, and when that happens, you can't make good judgments about what to support and who it is you're elevating, because you have no idea. Now, look, as a feminist, this is not, when people go look at those lyrics, feminism was about not being objectified, being respected, being able to, in fact, yes, be business owners and determine our own futures, but my goodness, there is at least a sensibility that women deserved more than being treated like a sex object or like a piece of meat. And this is, I think, most American women feel that way, certainly most women of color. They especially know what it's like to be ignored or to be used and to be abused when it comes to the nature of the system and how we view each other. So we're working on that as a nation. This, though, ironically, in this dynamic where they're arguing about, even with the Michelle Obama speech, about, needing to lift people up and everybody deserving more and better, this is not how we get it. It's a signal to young women that they should be degrading themselves, and none of us want that, obviously.
No. This is pushed by rich people, powerful people, in order to degrade and destroy our culture. And I never thought I would use this word on TV because it's such a 1950s blue-nosed cliche, but this is filth. It actually is filth. And if you don't believe it, look it up, and you'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know this. I don't know who this Tammy Bruce person is. I didn't look her up or anything. Kind of suspect to me if she's on Tucker Carlson's show. I'm not gonna lie. She's saying, oh, there should be more black women representation, which I agree with that sentiment, but what have you done to advance this cause at all? And let's go back. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she's being sincere. You don't actually hear what they're saying is that that they are actively desiring to be part of these sex acts. This is actively what they're choosing to do, and because there's just no nuance in conservative world. There's just none. It's this is the way things are. It's how they have to stay. It's always what this means, and it's not true. She's feminism is about being accepted and being independent. Well, yeah. Part of that respect comes from putting your foot down as a woman of color. saying your boundaries and what you will and will not do. Which are things I believe happen both in the song, you know what I mean? And also, they're not saying that they like need this man around, or like they're just saying, hey, when they want to come up with this, what they want to do. Like, I don't know, man. Obviously, you can tell like they're. I just go back and like again, there's no sense of nuance. They just do not understand the idea of reclamation. So the idea of reclamation is basically saying taking back like a right or process or something that was used to oppress you and making like giving it a new meaning. So a lot of people try to make this argument that WAP's not really empowering because they're taking kind of how women would be objectified in other videos by usually that were like male led. It's because it's following that same kind of form that it's not actually feminism and it's not actually empowering, but it's like it is because you have women at the head. This is them taking their power back from those men, saying that they're in control, they're gonna do what they want to do, you know, with consent and stuff, and that they're not gonna be forced into anything. Like, and they're gonna have fun and enjoy their lives. And again, they just didn't understand the idea of reclamation. That even the same thing with like makeup and like with nails. Like, I've gotten backlash from my conservative friends being like, oh, you're not a real feminist because you like wear makeup and you wear nails. But it's like, because that's meant to like, so you can be like aesthetically pleasing to the patriarchy. But like, you know, I like doing makeup. I have at least 30 tutorials on this channel alone. Like, I like doing makeup. Like, it's fun for me. I enjoy making myself art. But again, conservatives have none of this nuance, none of this like cognitive thinking. It's just always, I was Tony back where like you assume everyone is just going to be an object for you and your sexual pleasure, but not for their own. It's disgusting and annoying. But just understand everyone, like, the difference between justification and empowerment is about who's holding the power. So when all these rappers are talking about they're gonna bend bitches over, gonna make them do this, do that, they just have them like walking around in the background, like that's more such objects because they have like these women, the background, have no power, have no say in what they're doing. But we have women in the forefront saying that this is what they like to do, this is like how they see themselves, is how they feel powerful, being sexy. Definitely different than like the actual sex objects that are so prevalent in music videos that they don't talk about on Fox News, like pretty much any other text video, any other music video. In terms of objectification, but they have nothing to say about that. So, I mean, honestly, it just shows that society is still not used to women, especially women of color, especially black women, taking their ownership of their body, taking ownership of their agency, and loving that shit. They just want you to be like, nope, you're my object. That's what you've always been. That's what you always will be. Why are you happy about that? Like, why are you happy about that? But you know what? Let them stay mad, because I mean, I just be laughing so hard. Like, it's just like they're really taking this so serious too. Like, this, it must suck to suck. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm just laughing at these conservatives. Because, like, again, people, like, right now, it's the coronavirus a pandemic across the entire world. People losing their jobs, people are getting evicted. But they're worried about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, make it make sense. That's all I have to say for this today. If you're on this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I make new videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tune in.